Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to emphasize the importance of moral values in shaping our lives and character. Moral values are the guiding principles that help us differentiate between right and wrong. They are the foundation of a harmonious society and a fulfilling life. As educators, parents, or mentors, it is our responsibility to ensure that the students learn these values as they not only build character but also prepare young minds for the life's challenges. A person with strong moral values earn respect, trust, and admiration, contributing positively to their community and the world. Before we discuss the 9 important moral values to teach students, let us remember morals are not just taught but lived. But actions speaks louder than words is a common saying everyone should know about. And by embodying these values, we become role models for the younger generation. Let us now dive into the 9 essential moral values that every student and every person should know. It is not only inclined for the kids to actually follow these 9 moral values, but also all the people around the world can actually imbibe from these 9 moral values. Actually, we are the role models who are going to actually make the lives of our kids better. So, if we are going to follow these 9 moral values, then the same thing is going to happen with our kids. Let's go with the first one. The question that comes before is why moral value matters. Accordingly, Martin Luther King Jr., education isn't just about intelligence, it's about character. So, one should focus on building up the character of the child rather than making him bookish or always on the terms of education. Simply by the academics, one cannot judge somebody's intelligence. Your character is your intelligence. If your character is good, if your character is strong, if your child is having a strong character, a positive attitude towards life, and a positive mindset towards every achievement, everything that he does, then his character is great, then it doesn't matter like whether the person is academically intelligent or not, but main purpose of life is to build up the character, and that's what it really matters. That is why moral values are very important for all of us to have, because these days we know that very well that what we are teaching to our kids, you need numbers, you need degrees, you need percentage. So that's how the kids values really should be grown or should be taught, that one should have the character rather than having the degrees. The challenge of raising the morally upright kids in today's world is very difficult. We all know that. What are the difficult situations that we are in? We see other kids, we see other people, and we try to follow the mob. Whatever is good in you, whatever is great in you, we try not to find it out. We try to follow people. That is why we never get to know that what is really good in us. So that is why this is the first thing that we have to understand, why these moral values really matter. We should tell our kids that moral values will teach you that you have to build up your character rather than building up only your academic success. So the main point about it is like good moral values or morals shape responsible citizens. You will know your duty, you will be civilized properly, you know that where to stand, where to speak, where not to speak, where to keep mum. So all these things come into play when you are building up your character. Next, where do moral issues stem from? Where actually the issues are coming from? The first thing is the kid learn from what they see and hear. As I mentioned earlier, whatever they see and whatever they hear from their parents, because they are their first teachers. So whatever they hear, whatever they see, they will follow that same, and their character basically will be built up accordingly. That they will be having some qualities, especially from the parents. um, like if they see some kind of discord in the family, their attitude will definitely be affected. It will not only affect their character but also will affect their studies. So first thing first is, like, the issue is arising from what they see and what they hear. Next thing, influence of the consumer culture and the social media, whatever they see. I mentioned that earlier, like it's in the, like it's a description of the first statement itself. Like whatever they consume and whatever they see on the social media. We know that how open is the era of the social media. Every kid knows, like every child knows, that what is there on the YouTube reels, what is there on the social media applications like Instagram, Facebook, and other applications. So they get into the trap and they consume a lot of things in that, and that culture actually disrupt their character. Whatever they had to actually learn from the natural creative nature of theirs, they don't learn from that. They don't get that imagination that earlier kids usually used to get. So the moral values are really, really crucial, and the main problem we are getting to know is what they hear and see. And the main point that actually has to be kept in mind is that parenting requires intentional teaching of values. When you know that you are teaching your child something very great, when you know that you are building up something in the child, when you know that your child is going to a certain place and will bring up something back to the house, when you are aware about the upbringing of your child, that's where this problem will be resolved. If you are going to be aware, then the problem will be resolved. The first moral value the parents, the teachers, and the society can give a child is the love. So the love is the glue that binds humanity. Everybody knows that. Nothing can be sorted out with discord, with fight. The things will become dirtier and dirtier if we are going to actually choose the violence. We know that love is the binding force among the humanity, among the people in the human race. So we should know that love is the glue. Love is something sticky which will stick together all the human beings. So love is the first quality that every parent, every child has to be learning or learned about. How can we teach love? We can teach love by showing the affection openly. When we are trying to tell the child, like, here you're right, and you're hugging your child openly, and you're trying to tell the child that this is the way that the things have to be done, and you are applauding the child every now and then, and you're showing the love and respect also equally. So sharing the importance of loving others and the nature, like when you're trying to tell your child, you need to save nature, you need not to cut the trees, you need to plant more and more trees, you need to actually see the beauty of the nature and applaud the beauty of the nature. So that really matters. Now, another thing that really matters is the honesty, which is actually the loophole of the society that is existing right at the moment. Because the mistakes are always forgivable, and if one has the courage to admit it, it means to be being honest. If you are honest towards life, if you are honest towards your deeds, then if you are admitting your mistakes, then you are becoming honest every now and then. So being honest is going to give you opportunities. Being truthful to oneself and others is the first thing that every child should learn. The honesty can be taught by simply giving one lesson from the home itself, that you are not going to cheat at the school. You're going to do whatever you know If you are getting less marks, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you are at writing, how good you are at something, but do with an intent from your heart. If you will learn from your heart, you're going to be strong by the heart. You are going to be honest and authentic by your heart. You're going to be honest in your life. But this honesty is the main cause of concern these days, because everything is being bargained at the cost of honesty. Now, how can we teach honesty? By sharing stories that highlight fairness. So honesty is the best policy. That usually used to be the moral of the story in our time. So how to be honest? There are different ways to tell them through the stories, making some fictitious characters or telling them the real stories, that how the people have remained true towards their society, true towards the world around, then how the effect was. The moral values will build up character. If somebody wants to build up a character like Bhagat Singh, Shaheed Bhagat Singh, then one should know that what were the values of that person and what were the stories related to Shaheed Bhagat Singh. How great he was. Why was he great? What did he do different from rest of the people, that he remained honest towards the world around, towards his country, towards his well-being, towards the well-being of others. He wanted to do something fair for the people. So sharing the stories of the fairness like such can be the story related to Mahatma Gandhi. Anybody else, like whomsoever has done something great for the people and has done something fair in life, remaining honest towards the world, honest towards his own life, that would teach the child something great. Next is returning excess change as example. That's very simple to understand, like how by leading to an example can really bring a bigger change in being honest in the life. Next moral value that comes to the play is your self-confidence. As you can see in the picture, the child is actually quite confident and is speaking straight in the mic and is not even using a dais before it. Even the dais is something which actually restricts you from being pure, from being self-confident about yourself. So self-confidence is another quality that every child should have. Should come up and say that this is right, this is wrong, this is not up to the mark, and I am not going to take it. I just want to change this thing. I just want to pick up. I just want to leave something. So that's up to you. That should be taught by the parents, taught by the teachers, not simply straight from the books. Just teach them self-confidence from the practical things. They should have the self-confidence that they can take a bus. They should have the self-confidence they can go to the marketplace and buy the things on their own and without the help of the parents, and they should know that how to actually manage talking to the different people around the city. How can they tackle it? And that there should be some guided like conversations before. There should be demo conversations before, but they must be taught like that. They should be given the right to actually believe in their own abilities. And this self-expression can be actually taught with the help of, again, the stories. If somebody will show up the stories of all those multi-billionaires or the people who have actually gone straight to the success, not straight to the success, but actually their main motive was to become successful in life, and they have done a great hustle in their life, and teaching them those stories, their hustles, then that can actually help them to know that there is some confidence in them as well, and they can go to the same level and they can reach to the same particular path by celebrating their achievements, by teaching them every achievement has to be applauded. Whatever they do, whatever they write, whatever they achieve in the school life, whatever they achieve in their real life, or whatsoever um, is their personal life. So whatsoever they do, they must applaud their achievements every now and then they must know that everything has to be a reason of happiness. Even if they lose something, then they would learn something as a lesson from that, and then thereafter they will gain some energy and aptitude, and thereafter they will do something good. Next moral value is very important value, which was actually my first speech in my tenure as a teacher in a school in 2014. I gave a speech on empathy. I read a book by Shiv Khera, I think, Sir Shiv Khera. So there I gave some examples of empathy. So empathy is the quality every child should have. We need to teach them that forgiveness is the quality of the brave. We need to have sympathy for the people. We have to have the same feelings. We have to have the empathy. Like we need to be in the same boots. We need to be in the same situation sometimes. We need to understand that. Teach the kids to care for others by caring for pets and helping the elderly. Sometimes the elderly wants to cross the road. Go there, help them. Let the child help the elderly. If you're gonna actually have conversation, actually most of the things will be resolved easily when the parents are talking to the child, whether it is a daughter or a son, it doesn't matter, whomsoever it is, no gender biasness in that. But if you are talking to your child every now and then, and you're having the conversation related to actually empathy, sympathy, and forgiveness, honesty, all these values that I'm talking about, if we are talking to our kids every now and then, our children will definitely learn. So this is for the realization that how somebody will feel hurt, how somebody is getting affected by someone's statement, someone's actions, how the actions are actually contributing towards a certain thing. So asking how other feels when hurt will actually help them learn that empathy is actually getting into their heart. So if they will learn this value of actually asking people, are you okay? Are you feeling fine? If somebody will see somebody is perspiring and sweating, and you are going there nearby the person, and then you are going to ask the person, are you okay? Do you need some water? That's actually where you have started learning this value. Another thing is the teamwork. Another moral value which is very crucial is the teamwork. So teamwork is something to be taught, not even in the house but also in the school, because in the house we will work as a team. Sometimes in the kitchen, like we're cleaning some utensils, your mother is actually helping you actually clean that with the clean water, and you're doing it with some soap. So you're working as a team. You're cutting the vegetables, and she's making some food. You're kneading the flour, and she's making chapatis and all that. So teamwork can be done at home, and teamwork can be done in the school as well, when you are actually having any kind of discussion in the class, or you're doing some activity as a sports person in the school, in your like physical training period, or whatsoever period that you get for your physical exercise. Then there you get a chance to work in a team and do some contribution towards the whole team, not for yourself. Your individuality as well as your value of working in a team will be actually expressive when you will learn this. So working together boosts social skills and leadership. Not only will this teamwork ability help you in making you a sports person, or will give you a sportsman spirit, but also will give you a leadership quality, where you are not only going to be the leader, you're going to make others people to be the leaders too. So how can you encourage teamwork? You can actually do that by the sports and the group activities, whatsoever group activities a teacher is going to handle in the class or hold in the class, and then joining them in the games and the cheering them on, like, yeah, telling them to go on as a team. There would be a collective name for them. So if you're gonna say that a particular name, that won't be good. When you're gonna actually praise the whole team, then the values are going to be, like that. Another value that every child should know about is generosity. When we know that sharing is caring, we are teaching a child that everything and anything that is planted on this earth should be shared, but should be shared with the right people, should be shared with the people who are good for you, good for the society. Teach generosity by encouraging shared games, obviously, where you're going to share the things with your team. Then you're going to learn that value. Every parent should have some activities at home, or um, should have some activities in the playground or the park, or even in the school. The teachers must have some kind of activities where they must teach the kids some values related to generosity. So when the child is praising the act of kindness somewhere, when even the child is doing some kind of act of kindness, then there you're praising the child, and then thereafter this will be 100% in the heart of the child, that one time my teacher actually praised me for me being very kind to others, so I need to be kind forever in my life. The next value, which is very important for every child to understand, is being courageous in life. So, courage is something which will come from within sometimes in the child, and surrounding really matters for the child to actually have that kind of fostering of bravery and individuality in the child. Not only the teamwork is important, not only sharing is important, but also being courageous is also important for someone's individuality. Sometimes you will be alone. Sometimes you are not going to accompany your parents. Sometimes you are not going to accompany any of your friends. You're going to be alone in the world. At that time, your courage is going to help you out, and this is going to be applauded, or this is going to be taught to the child by teaching them the decision making. Do not pressurize them, like how to resist the peer pressure, how to resist that bullying in the school, or in a kind of decision making even in the house. Sometimes whatsoever decisions are related to kids, they must have the right to actually take decisions about that one, and they must know that their boundaries, their peripheries, that they cannot go or exceed that thing in a certain particular age. But once they have crossed that particular age, they will have their right to actually go beyond that particular limit of taking the decisions of their life, especially about the education. We know that in Indian society how it goes. My brother has done something like that, I will have to do the same kind of study. My cousin brother has done something, my cousin sister has done a great deed, I am going to follow the same. Following somebody as far as their character values are, that's good. But following someone just because you think that he's good at maths and you are going to be good at maths, no, it's not gonna be like that. A teacher can be good at teaching. A teacher can, I would say that there would be some chances when the teachers are not good at their studies, but that they can be great at teaching. So everyone has their individual quality. So we need to celebrate that particular quality, and that decision making points are going to make you courageous enough. So even this courage is required when somebody wants to be a business person, a business tycoon, when you know that like you're taking risk and you don't care about like you care less about losing your money, and you know that you're taking a calculated risk to achieve your goal, then definitely you will feel humble for yourself that yeah, I'm doing it right. So another important value that every child should actually be taught is setting up the goal. As you can see the tick mark, that means setting up your checklist for achieving what you want to achieve for a certain day or certain period of time. So goal setting is very important value that every child should have, because if you will actually set up a goal which is quite hypothetical or quite imaginative and you are unable to reset one, you need to break that down into the smaller goals or smaller objectives. Once you have done that, you will understand by the help of different examples that drawing a face step by step, or cleaning a room, making tea, or something like cleaning the room or cleaning your washroom, cleaning your um, almirah, cleaning your bed, like when you get up, what are the different steps that you need to follow, like you're gonna change yourself step by step every day, and you're gonna say that you're gonna praise yourself for actually achieving that particular goal setting, or whatever goal you had kept for a certain day. And if you have done that one, just give it up an applause for yourself and give some kind of gift for yourself. Another important value is temperance. When you know about like how you're gonna lead your life, when you know about the value of the time, then this value comes into play, and you're gonna teach your child some balance formation, like how to create a balance between your um, like enjoyment period as well as for the study period. And this balance is really important because throughout the life the person tries to make the balance between the things. Even a married person or even a grown-up man or like whatsoever person is that they make the balance of life. Like even I do that. I try to make a balance between different things and different relations also sometimes. So making the balance between things is really important. So what are the different examples that one can follow, like to create the time for the television, or whatever gaming and study period or the rest. Then different other points which, so ultimately the fact of the matter is one should know that it's a ninth value, but I would consider it to be somehow a general value that everyone should have, is to be happy for the particular moment that you're living in. So if you are happy with whatsoever you have in your life, you need to have certain kind of gradual training and motivation for the same. So whenever you're correcting your child's mistakes, correct them very patiently, don't be aggressive with them. Then whenever you're rewarding them, then you need to reward their progress and celebrate their achievement every now and then. Give them something in return of their achievement, so that they may feel that by doing this or that they will get something. And sometimes then teach them that they won't get anything out of it, but they will build up character. And even then thereafter you can give them some flags, then kind of the particular colors for them, or give them some gifts like the t-shirts or the bags, and like which they can actually utilize in their daily life. So make every moment a teaching moment for them. That's really important. Ultimately, I would say that subscribe my channel, like and share my videos with your friends and the family members. Not only them, but all the people that who really want to improve their lives. Because change really matters. Something that stays at certain place for throughout time, I would say that stinks sometimes badly, or it becomes rotten. So let the life cycle flow, and the flow of the knowledge also flow. Thank you very much. Subscribe my channel, English Lovers by Hannity. Have a nice day. Bye bye.